Hey everyone, it's been a while. As you can tell by by the title, I'm gonna be kind of updating my Batman Gauntlet video. I'm still gonna keep that up, probably. I don't know, but here's my new ones. It's kind of hard to see. I know all the light is behind me and none of it is in front of me. Poor lighting or whatever that is. Anyways, yeah, I don't have any like setups or anything right now. Uh, I don't have a lot of money. Um, so yeah, this is gonna be the end product if you kind of follow the way that or the exact templates or whatever that I kind of cut out. This is what it kind of looks like. You can change these to look however you want. Of course, I would be wearing something underneath, so this is a little loose, but yeah. So I'm gonna get into it. What you are going to need. Oh, real quick before I do that, I also have almost a full set of armor back here. So I'll show that off. So for this entire build, I got a few more sheets than what I'm going to mention, so just remember that if you decide to kind of go along with this. However, right now I'm actually going to be able to show you step by step how I'm making this thing, because I've only made one, because it's easy to make your offhand arm than it is your actual hand arm, because you're using your offhand. So I decided to do it, and I'm going to do it in front of the camera. So what you are going to need for sure for this is some elastic. I just got this. I got all of this at Hobby Lobby because I'm in Colorado, not in Alaska anymore. So this is what it looks like. It kind of comes in this loop or whatever. I also got Velcro from there, from the same section. That's going to be for the other stuff. And then I got 5mm, 3 sheets, I think, 5mm black craft foam. Again, not part of this build too much, but I also got a couple of sheets of 2mm gray foam. So, what you actually are going to need to cut out, if you're going with my design, there's 4 pieces. I'm not even kidding you. So I'm going to go from kind of bottom to top. This is your main piece. It's just a sheet. You cut out a square as long as your wrist. So what you do is you gotta do that. Bring it up to your wrist, and then measure just a little bit past your elbow, so you can kind of get this like elbow pad action thing. And then cut out just enough to where you think you're gonna need clearance whenever you close your arm and everything. It's not gonna be comfortable if you don't do that. And I did that in this one. So that's what you're gonna do. And then also, if you're following mine, I cut out a little angle just to kind of even that kind of slant out. So that is the top. And then the next piece that you're gonna want to cut out, again, if you're going with my design, is this awkward little shape. This was just cut out from my last build, so I put that on, and it looks good. So this is what you're gonna want to do. And again, for most of you, you're probably gonna have to cut out 2 of these. So make sure you cut out 2. Trace, cut out, and then trace again and cut out before you go and glue, because then otherwise it's gonna be a pain in the butt to try and replicate, especially this. So I guess you can go ahead and pause the video, save this as a screenshot or whatever, I don't care. There's that piece. And then for the buckler on the top, I just got a strip of foam. It comes out just a little bit. So that's what you're gonna want. Tall by however and wide by however. It's up to you on your measurements. And then I got this little piece for the end of the elbow. Alright, so I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to go ahead and glue these down. Basically, all you're doing here is you're cutting out a strip. Get that light out of the way. You're going to cut a small strip, glue it to one side on each end. So one towards the middle, one at the top where the wrist is, and one at the bottom, right at the top of this cutout. And then what you're gonna do is you're going to bend, wrap it around, get it to fit properly, and then you're gonna widen it just a little bit, and then you're gonna measure that out. And then you just glue it where you put that measurement on, and then it should slide on. Maybe a little loose if you do it like how I did, but if you're wearing it over a long sleeve shirt, then it'll be fine. So, but do not glue these down first. All right, we are turning this into a cylinder before we glue those down. I'll explain, well, I guess right now. So, that's done. So the reason why you don't want to glue anything down to something that's flat that's going to be round is because you're kind of bending the top surface. At least with foam, that's what you're doing. Whereas cardboard, it just kind of... So, whenever you do that, then that means this would get distorted on top as well, and then you just have a mess. So, that is done. This is how it should kind of look. Best way that I've been able to get it on is you hold it down at the collar and you just get it on like that. And then to get it off, you just hold it at the top and just there. So, now the next part, I'm going to put the buckler on. This guy. You just measure out however tall you want this, and then you just kind of glue it around. So make sure that it goes all the way around or mostly around. Yeah, so I'm going to do that real quick. And again, I guess I won't be back because I'm right here. See? It's kind of weird. Anyways, so there's the buckler. More or less matches. It's a little different fit, but you kind of get that every once in a while. So now, of course, the only thing that's left to do is to put these on and then throw this on. Now, the awkward thing about it is you have to get this to kind of match your side profile. There we go. So what I mean by that is whenever, Batman's walking or he has his arms down to the sides, the wings more or less are always perpendicular with his profile. So you have to also account for that. Yeah. So the way that I kind of do this is I wrap it almost all the way around until I get to the fins. And then I kind of just bend them out a little bit. So I kind of put a little bit of a crease. You can kind of see on these fins. Put a little bit of a score, and then you just kind of crease it forward. And you just keep putting it on and matching to make sure that it's perpendicular with the profile, but also doesn't look too goofy whenever you have it out. So if you're twisting your arm and everything, it doesn't look too bad. So that's the next thing to do. So and kind of see what I'm doing here. So you just match it to wherever you want it to kind of stick out. And kind of measure how far away you're getting it from here. This piece is flat with this. Alright, so wherever that's going to be, you just have it parallel with that. And then you just measure it far enough. That's the nice thing about making a second one is that all I have to do is measure how far this is, put it on here. And then you'll only glue up until the fins, and then you bend it back up. So, yeah. Boom. So, just kind of curved it to match the the other one, and so far so good. So, best way I do this is I just kind of put my arm to the side, I put my arm behind my back, and I just scroll down, make sure that it's flush. Quite. There we go. Make sure they're all even, more or less. And then what I'm going to do is first try and take this off. There we go. Is take my blade and I'm just going to kind of score it just for aesthetics. like that. And you can kind of see it, but you get the point. So now the only thing left to glue on, if you're following this tutorial exactly, is the elbow piece. So I did kind of a scoring right here, kind of messed up a little bit at one point, but you have a flap right here, and then this kind of splits. There we go. So this point comes up almost flush with this. It just sticks out just a little bit. So you get even in between. Make sure that line just sticks up just a little bit. And that's what you'll have. So I'm gonna go ahead and glue that up. There we go. And boom. You got yourself some Batman gauntlets. So this one's not quite staying on, but I can fix that later. But yeah, so that's weird. It should match up fairly close. There you go. So I'll go ahead and grab my actual armor real quick. Here it is. I made kind of my own bat symbol. It's a mix of quite a few, a little bit of Arkham and a little bit of Ben Affleck's and Noel. Just kind of took some aspects that I really liked. And there we go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get a darker gray. If I can't find a darker gray, then I'm just going to get the light gray and kind of dust it over with some black and make it just a little bit smaller and put it over it. So I'm a skinny guy, so I had to kind of embrace the skinniness. Yeah, so this kind of goes over like a bra, and then this wraps around my torso. And then these are the shoulder plates that I kind of came up with. I like them, and it works with the rest of the costume. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'll catch you all later.